Bir tane hak dini
Why did
göndermek
Allah
varken,
send more than one religion? You say different religions should come to each era. It's been the same religion for 1400 years. Shouldn't a new religion come? How do we know the Quran hasn't been changed? Why was the Quran sent in Arabic, not any other language? How do we know the Creator isn't associated with time and place? Do you have proof of this? Why did Allah send more than one religion? Humanity hasn't always lived in the same conditions, so it's the most logical thing. They've come to present day by developing through different living standards. So, you cannot compare living standards from the past to today. Think like this. In the time of Adam, if verses and Sharia about war had come, it would be illogical because there was no war. Also, we do the same in education. Learning needs are different through primary to university. As time passes, the child matures and changes. Likewise, humanity didn't start at one level. It changed a lot till the present state. When we reach the most suitable standard, He sent the last Sharia. This isn't a problem. You say different religions should come to each era. For 1400 years, it's been the same religion. Shouldn't a new religion come? This question looks a bit like there's a person reading a book at the highest level that he can interact with and benefit from. You tell this man, you had such an education in kindergarten, then better in university. Even though you're learning from the best now, why don't you just search for another book? It's the same as saying, shouldn't a new book have come? It's the same. The Quran, the last Sharia to come, is the most beneficial and perfect lesson humanity can learn from. It is the best education. There's nothing above it. What's to search for? He's learning from the best. Why would he be in search for better? There isn't any. We're referring to the perfect one. So the question becomes illogical. How do we know the Quran hasn't been changed? We know the Quran came to our day with its smallest detail. When the revelations came, disbelievers and Muslims memorized the verses. They weren't literary compositions but eloquent, so they passed it on to others by memory. Also, everything was recorded by the revelation scribers. It was all written in front of our Prophet. It was gathered at the time of Abu Bakr and multiplied at the time of Uthman. There's a Quran in the Topkapi Palace Museum right now. It's the same as the Quran from Uthman's time. The fact that every Quran around the world is the same proves the original has not been changed. Why was the Quran sent in Arabic, not any other language? I'm curious to know why this question is asked. Because if it came in Turkish, we would have asked, why did it come in Turkish? And so on. We would have kept reproducing these questions. A language had to be chosen. Also, this isn't about the correctness of the Quran. We can't say Quran is the truth or false due to the language. But why Arabic? Of course, there's wisdom for this. Medicine was in demand at the time of Jesus. A miracle happened and all medical experts said, we cannot do this. It's more magnificent than anything. And it was evidence of prophethood. At the time of our Prophet, eloquence and literature were mainstream. People had great respect to poets like emperors. The Quran comes down so advanced in literature that people understand. No matter how advanced we are in literature, we can't outdo the Quran. Also, a challenge is in the Quran. By means, if you say this was written by a human, then bring a surah like it. People who were so advanced in literature, instead of writing something simple, they chose to fight. That's why there's 350,000 tafsirs written for the Quran. Some presume it's because it isn't understood. No, Quran has very deep meanings and suitable for every age. The text is so rich. That's why there are 350,000 tafsirs. Extracting thousands of ore from a sea doesn't show the limitation of complexity of the ores. It shows the richness, same as the tafsirs. It proves how profoundly meaningful it is. It took a little long, probably past a minute, but it wasn't a topic to be discussed in short. I hope the answer is okay. How do we know the Creator isn't limited to time and place? Do you have proof? Without any religious view, if we look at the universe with an objective mind, whoever completes the actions, they must be excluded from time and space. Why? Because if something is recorded in time and place, it can't be in different places doing things at the same time. For example, a fish can't swim in the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean at the same time because it is limited in time and space. Or you can't sit here and sit elsewhere at the same time. Why? We're limited with time and place. But we see if there's a God, it handles both your body and mine right now, all while raising a baby, provides for a fish, and grows plants, and these are all interrelated actions. Certainly, if he is associated with time and space, he can't perform acts at different places at the same time. This means that there must be a deity as mentioned in the Quran.
दीन की बात फैलाना